chance.
Is Mr. Beast evil? Is Mr. Beast bad for donating?
Of course he is. Imagine buying people shoes and restoring their vision.
There's a controversy for some reason about Mr. Beast giving money and helping people. And people...
How dare he?
How dare he? Yeah.
So the sweat on my brow belongs only to me.
Indeed.
Charity makes the world weak, right?
Yeah.
How dare he? It's absurd.
Yeah. The specific...
Wow, dude, it's not boys.
So the specific story is Mr. Beast paid a lot of money to fix people's blindness or partial blindness, paying like, I don't know what the amount, but let's say hundreds of thousands, maybe millions, I don't know. And he made a video about it showcasing that, and a lot of people on Twitter, and the usual term I'm gonna say is, and I hope Twitch doesn't add a new policy to this new term, Twitter freaks. Got crazy over this and be like, no,
that, dude.
Mr. Beast is...
There's two, by the way.
To what?
One is the blindness, and one is like buying shoes to every African children, I think.
Buying shoes as well, yeah. He was buying shoes.
How dare he give them shoes?
How dare
he?
Yeah, and people
they will walk on
Twitter.
the ground with no shoes. Stuff, I don't know what. Dumb.
And yeah, people on Twitter, the crazy ones, got angry at him for doing it. And he's like, this is not true goodness or whatever, and yeah, they're trying to make him look bad or whatever, and make him look evil, etc., etc.
Try to cancel him, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the. What do you think? What do you think, Frosty? Is Mr. Beast evil? Is Mr. Beast bad for donating?
Of course he is. Imagine buying people shoes and restoring their vision. How dare he? All right. Same with Jesus. He's evil. No, obviously, it's fucking retarded. It's a bad argument, right?
Yeah.
Right. Saying that he did for views or whatever. He could have just used that money for some other horrible thing, right? Instead of helping people, he could have done. I know. World's big donut, or I don't know. I gave my friends another Lamborghini or shit like that, and that would have been, equal to the amount of views he got. I'm sure he has a team of fantastic editors and sort of script writers. I'm almost certain he can arrange something that's not charity that would have gained the same amount of views, right?
Yeah.
I think for him, the charity might have been partially motivated by views, but I think the most of it must have been out of some sort of actual goodness of his own heart, or he wants to do something, right? Because it's when your channel is as large as he is, it's with as many resources as he has. Making a banger video is not. It's not easy, but it's certainly not as difficult to a point where you would need to farm out your views using fake charity and if you want to go look, the ends don't justify the means, but the end result of what he's done is that he's changed the lives of hundreds of people. I don't know how many people he helped, but so I have very little issue against it, and I think anyone who has an issue against it is poor and is just jealous that he has that money. Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
I can't agree with that.
Oh.
Whatever. It's the same shit. Like, people trying to do charity. People trying to do charity, and people.
No, you like that.
Jesus Christ. People trying to do charity over here. Same shit. Put on a fucking newspaper. People were like criticized about it. Why you do that? To actually like make a good thing or something, some shit like that.
Free things.
The thing is, the person who did the charity is like well-known rich, so everyone's know about him. But when charity starts coming up, and it's like so negative about it, I was like,
I think there's an argument to be made.
Let him do his thing.
There's an argument to be made about charity-based tax breaks, right? Because that's a real thing. You donate a certain amount of money to charity that counts as a tax deductible, and you do have to ask, certainly with people that are traditionally wealthy and people that are not. I want to look at people that come from industries that are not necessarily completely faultless, right? So, for example, look, I'm calling out Elon because I know about I know about some of the dirty laundry he has, right? So Elon's lithium mines, the fact that he made money off of a lot of lithium mines and that sort of stuff in sort of Africa. When the way they made their money initially, I know Elon, has a lot of vectors to make money, but when the way they made the money initially is morally grey, or rather morally reprehensible to some extent. And then the charities or tax breaks seem like, the charity contributions they make seem like they're tax breaks. Then maybe I think there's a valid argument there. But in Mr. Beast's case, while I'm sure that his accountants have claimed it against his taxes because that's the smart thing to do, I really don't see it as a sort of tax rate type sort of motivated situation, because I'm pretty sure he said on at least one podcast that he reinvests the majority of his money back into sort of his videos and into his other charities, right? Because he has, I think, a food bank charity that feeds I don't know which region it feeds, but I imagine his local populace, and helps with the poor and stuff. And that isn't super heavily publicized, which is why I'm more or less convinced that I'm not going to say he's innately a good person, but he probably did the charity stuff for good reasons, right? It wasn't purely self-motivated. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think there is an argument people are pushing, and I think it's a silly argument, and the reason why I'm presenting it's because it was also pushed on me from my own community, like when I was a child, or like culturally, which is he's doing it to get money, not money. He's doing it to get to feel good about himself when he showcases it. Basically, people are saying if he wanted to be genuine about it, he would just do it in secret, not tell anybody, and just do the good without any of the other stuff. And I think I can see how people can think that way, and I will assume, in this example, I will assume that Mr. Beast is doing it just so he can get all the nice clout and stuff, and like, yes, I am a good person. I am a good person, and whatever. Even if that is the case, I'll be like, I mean, sure, if you want to fill your ego, fill it. You're helping the world. I don't care. Like, the end result is great, and as well as the people who he is filming, they're like, yeah, that's cool. Like, he's filming him, and like, yeah, put it out there. I don't care. So what's the people that are criticizing him? I don't think they have a say. And their, like, with their criticism, if his subjects in the act of donating are fine with it. Yeah. And the correlating thing about the correlating thing that this example that I brought up is, this is also mentioned in religion, in my case as well, like, do it without people knowing and whatever, and like, do it out of your own heart. And if you don't do it, out of, like, if you're doing it and like you're doing it so that other people know that you're doing a good thing, then that good thing is negated in like the eye of God or whatever. And I'm like, no.
Of course, that good thing's negated. Yeah. Do good in secret. You know who would? Oh wait, no. Does that mean Batman is a moral good in religion?
Maybe.
Secret identity, man.
Yeah. Secretly he's halal. Publicly he's very haram.